Hello and welcome to Sarcastic Video. Today we're going to be talking about Joe Mende's award-winning comedy special. This is a new Netflix original comedy special. Um, the special starts with Joe Mendez doing a skit with George Wallace and Bo Burnham, and they're talking about how he wants this special to win the American Humor Award, which I'm not sure if that's even a real award, but according to him, a bunch of famous people have won it, and he thinks his new special will win it. And he's asking them for advice, George Wallace and Bo Burnham, and they give him some funny advice, and he moves on from there. And then it shows him kind of doing like warming up, like he's in a sports montage almost. And then he's talking to Blake Griffin, he's a basketball player, and they're joking together. But then he actually makes a joke about how he should get a famous director, but then he can just use Roman Polanski's name instead of actually having him direct. And then, but he couldn't sue him because he would have to come to America to sue him. And if he ever did that, then he would get arrested, and Joe Mendez would be a hero. So the little skit was funny. It's 5 minutes, but it went on a little long for an introductory skit, especially for a first special. And then it shows him, and he's in New York, and it's a small venue where he's doing the shooting. Crowd's small, but he also has this running gag throughout the set where he stops and makes marks on his like a little notebook about how good his jokes are doing, and it shows like judges that are supposed to apparently be from the American Humor Award judges. So that part, it's just a running joke that's not really all that funny, but it's not largely in the show. And he talks about, how because of his looks, people always assume he's their ethnicity. And like he said that what Puerto Ricans assume he's Puerto Rican, Armenians assume he's Armenian, and he even has an example of a black woman assuming he's just a light-skinned black guy, which for him, because he's Jewish, he's a small Jewish guy. He said that was like the highlight of his life, being mistaken for that. So that was pretty funny. He doesn't tell a lot of jokes. It's more of funny stories, and he's got about 3 or 4 of them. About like one is about an MTV show called Next, which I've never heard of. I guess it was a weird dating show where a girl is set up with 3 guys, and she starts with one, and if she doesn't like, she just goes next and keeps going to the next one, which can be pretty humiliating. And he was describing that, and it was pretty funny. He tells a story about accidentally showing a dick pic to his friend, and then he's got some, which leads into pitch to Shark Tank, and he's got one that was a really weird one about websites where everybody's nude pictures are up there, but they get charged to see it. So that would be funny. And then he's got another fake pitch that he does. So those are pretty funny. He has a story about being, in a summer camp for Jewish kids and getting diarrhea. That was an interesting story. And then he talks about Cannibal Cop. There's a documentary apparently on HBO about this cannibal cop who he was interested in cannibalism but never did it. But because of all what he was searching for and everything on the web, he's on trial, and so that scared the comedian Joe Mendez, because he, well, for one thing, was looking up all this stuff about the cannibal cop, but also he has a thing for ISIS videos, and that's he goes on about the quality of the ISIS videos and how good they are, and how his search history is full of him looking up ISIS videos, and how how if he was a member, the things that he would change and stuff like that. It was it was pretty awkward, but it had some funny moments. Um, and then he talks about like the legalization of weed, making weed too strong, and he tells a story about getting high and going to a TV taping of Huckabee. It's a Fox News show for Republicans, basically, and getting high and going to something like that would probably be pretty interesting. And he tells a story about that, and it's pretty funny. Overall, I would say he's funny, but there's a lot of awkward moments. The ISIS stuff didn't kind of fell flat. The Shark Tank stuff kind of fell flat. So there were some hits and misses, and he recognized it during the set, but it went quickly. There wasn't too many cringe moments, but there were a couple. And overall, it was good. The humor award thing didn't really pay off. It was a running gag throughout the show, but it never really went anywhere as far as I'm concerned. But overall, I would give it a thumbs up, but it's just slightly above average, so I would give it a 6 out of 10. So that's a Joe Mendez award-winning comedy special. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have a nice day.